The major rehabilitation project of the Sherman Minton Bridge is now complete.
It's a very critical link between two states, two big communities, and regionally as well.
The Sherman Minton Bridge opened in 1962 and remains one of just a few double-decked interstate bridges in America. The bridge carries 70,000 vehicles a day over the Ohio River between Kentucky and Indiana. In August 2018, INDOT and KYTC announced the Sherman Minton Renewal, a multi-phase project that would add up to 30 years of life to the bridge.
Similar to aging vehicles, infrastructure must be repaired or replaced when it exceeds its useful life. And maintaining critical bridges like the Sherman Minton isn't something that we consider nice to do, it's something that we must do.
The project team announced Kentucky and Indiana would share the cost of the project, which was fully funded through federal and state highway funds. INDOT and KYTC worked with state, local, and federal officials to do an environmental study analyzing the impacts of the project and ways to mitigate those impacts.
We started very early on with the environmental, advancing that, looking at the concerns of both communities, the folks in New Albany and the folks in Louisville.
The project team conducted an extensive public involvement process, gathering feedback from community leaders, elected officials, business owners, and the public.
On a project of this size and scale, it's very important to have public involvement, and so the public involvement for this project included public meetings, public hearings, surveys, letters, a variety of different media focus.
We really spent a lot of time talking with community members, looking at the best way for this community to have the repairs done on this bridge, and so that was really exciting and neat to be part of helping the community have that kind of influence.
The public emphasized it wanted minimal impacts and maximum access. In response, the project team developed a low-impact maintenance of traffic approach that maintained as much access to the bridge as possible during construction.
We analyzed numerous maintenance of traffic options, and we shared those options with the public and other stakeholders and listened to the preferences that were offered as part of that outreach. The preferences were clear: maintain access across the bridge to the fullest extent during construction.
The Federal Highway Administration gave the project its final stamp of approval in fall 2020. In the winter, the project team selected Kokosing Construction Company as the contractor for the project, negotiated, and then awarded the contract in March of 2021. Construction on the Sherman Minton Bridge included 4 main phases. The work included replacing or refurbishing bridge decks, rehabbing or replacing structural steel elements, replacing hanger cables, drainage repairs, new lighting, and painting.
Quite honestly, these kinds of structures don't come around very often, so an opportunity to be involved in rehabilitating this. I've always been a huge proponent for reusing something that's tried and true, and that's exactly what we're doing in this case.
The project team overcame many challenges during construction, including material delays and labor shortages caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, as well as unplanned closures.
It may have been a long, arduous process in their minds and our minds too, but I know they'll be ready to be able to drive through at normal highway speeds without having to worry about traffic backups or narrow lanes or whether it's open or closed this weekend or next weekend.
Construction wrapped up in late fall 2024, giving drivers full access to the bridge once again.
I grew up in Louisville. I'm from Louisville, so I've been driving over this bridge for as long as I can remember. It sort of all came full circle to be able to be a part of that team that's rehabbing it and going to still be around when my kids are driving over it.